Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 25th of March. This month is flying by. I can't believe it. And I'm here today for another little morning edition to hang out with you guys. So I hope you're doing good. I'm a little late and had on because my hair was very much bedhead, did not get ready for you this morning. So I hope you guys are okay with that. My kids are in their rooms doing school and everything is going great this morning. So we are plugging along and I hope you are too. So yesterday we talked about the episode, The Spring Dance. And I don't know how many of you watched. I hope you did watch The Spring Dance with me, but what a fun episode. I must say that I don't think I've ever really watched that episode. And I don't think I ever watched that episode and really tried to find like meaning in that episode. I think I always just watched it for fun. And so watching the spring dance yesterday, I just took it all in a whole different light. And if you read my devotional yesterday, how often do we we're just oblivious to all the things that God is doing around us to get our attention, and so that we will notice him and give him the proper glory that he really, really deserves. And so I just thought it was really interesting, and it made me just think, okay, what do I need to ask God for? How can I go boldly before God and say, this is it. I want you to go to the dance with me. How blunt is that to say, you won't ask me, so I'm going to ask you to the dance. So it takes a lot of humility to admit, maybe we're scared that God will say no, but I assure you, he's not going to say no. So anyway, I hope you got a lot out of that yesterday and you have been thinking about what you're going to be asking God for. Maybe it's provision right now. Maybe it's peace in your house. I understand that. Maybe it is just getting along with your family. Maybe it's so that there's food at the grocery store where you live. I don't know, whatever that is. So yeah, I just challenge you with that. And I have a couple things that I was going to announce in the last couple days and I completely forgot, but I have two kind of thank yous. One, this just happened on Monday, I believe, but Julia in New York got a book from my Etsy site. And so I just wanted to say thank you to Julia for ordering the book. I signed it. She gets a little picture. I sent it out on Tuesday. And she might even be getting it today. So I just wanted to say thank you to Julia. That was really awesome. She is keeping me afloat here. And the other thing that's super exciting is I just booked a women's retreat for next November in South Dakota. Yay, how fun. So this is going to be taking place at Swan Lake Christian Camp. And it's happening November 13th and 14th. And this is with First Baptist Church. They're in Iowa, a little tiny town's name. But so this would be a great event for anyone that lives in Iowa or maybe South Dakota, maybe Minnesota. I don't know how far away all these things are. But maybe look at your calendar and see. Maybe you want to invite a group of women from your church to go with you on a little road trip and go over to Swan Lake Christian Camp and hang out with me for the weekend. And Christy and her daughter are planning this and they are so amazing. I'm so excited about this. So anyway, those are some really great things to be so thankful for in this time of no working and no events happening. So I'm just really, really thankful for those two people. So anyway, that was what I wanted to say. So today we're moving on to season 3. And season 3. I'm looking through season 3. Here's my little booklet for season 3. And there's obviously my favorite in here that I'm really tempted to do, but I don't think I'm going to, because there is an episode called Quarantine. Quarantine. I think I probably have to do that one. Given this time in our lives, we're going for quarantine today. So we will have to jump back to Bunny. But we're going to do quarantine today. And I know that there will be some very good similarities and things that we can talk about and learn about this episode that we've probably never even thought of before watching Little House on the Prairie. So yeah, we're going to do the episode Quarantine today. And I hope it's not like too close to what we were experiencing. And I hope that it's not like too heavy for you guys. So, watch it and we'll see what comes out of it. And I'll be posting that today. And yeah, that's really great. There's one other thing that I was going to do. I was going to do a little show and tell today, because there have been a few people who have asked, people who have my book, and they've read my first chapter of the book, kind of like the note from the author. And it talks about this picture that hangs in my, that sits in my living room. And if you look at right behind me, that shelf, see that spot right there? That's where it usually sits, right there. And I've got my big, humongous, large edition print of Little House on the Prairie. I've got this really wonderful little model that Karen gave me. And I've got a bunch of little things. That's that picture right there is a, what's it called? One of those, blah, 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 blah. My agent picture for when Brenda and I were really little. There's a couple scripts back there. I don't know if you can see them. It's purple right there. Anyway, there's my little house shelf. But usually this picture is sitting there, and this is the picture that I refer to. This picture was sitting in my grandparents' bedroom since as long as I can remember, and probably since it was taken when I was about 4 years old. And the picture, actually, my grandpa made the frame because he was really handy. And this picture sat in their room. It sat in their room forever. And when my grandmother passed away, we were dividing all of her things. And I said, I really love that picture. And so I still have it. This is still the frame that it's still in there. It's literally like barely holding together. And a few times I've had to glue the corners. But this is the picture that I'm referring to in my book, where me and Brenda are snuggled up close with Michael Landon. And I don't even print this picture off and give it away. It's just really special to me. I do the other one where we're both looking at the camera, and it happened just like a second before this. So this is the picture. It's very, very special to me. And obviously you can see that we were wild about Michael Landon. And he, I think, was pretty wild about us. So yeah, there's my little show and tell for the day. I hope that you guys are having a really great day, whatever you're doing. And watch Quarantine with me today. It's going to be great. And I promise, well, I can't really promise. I have no idea what tomorrow's episode is going to be. But I promise we'll try to make it a little lighter, because I'm sure quarantine is going to be a little bit heavy for us, and it's going to really, really hit home. So just bear with it. Hang out with me. Just soak it all in, because it's exactly what we're going through. So I'm really excited to see what is going to come out of today and what I'm going to learn for the first time that I have never thought of as far as quarantine. Because I don't think I've ever watched that episode and thought, wow, that could happen to me. Like this real, like this is exactly what this episode is about, what we are living right now. And you know, it's so funny because I always think like Little House on the Prairie is so applicable to all of our lives. I always say that. Like I say we can learn something from Little House. Every time we watch an episode, we can learn something. And quarantine is like, wow, can we learn something today about maybe just like how to care for others by following maybe the regulations or rules that have been put in place for us, and to just really respect those rules, even if we don't like agree with them, even if we a little skeptical about this whole like coronavirus being that big of a deal. So there we go. That's today. I hope you guys have a really fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow at 9 in the morning about, I'm a little 5 minutes late usually. So I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9, and be looking for your devotional. It will be posted on my website, wendyloulee.com, about noon-ish. And I will then share it to all of my Facebook pages. So you can find it there. If you have not subscribed to my email list, please do that, because it would just be great for me. Like, if you enjoy reading it, you might as well. Actually, every blog post does not go to the newsletter list, because I don't want to inundate you with too many things and have you say, I don't want to hear from her anymore. So that is just like probably once or twice a month. So you're not going to get bombarded. If you do want to be subscribed to the blog, you have to go to the blog, and there's a little tiny button that says follow. I wish it was more big, but it's not. So that is how you would actually get the blog posts every time something posts. But yeah, there you go. And if you are in need of any prairie items, I'm not thinking anyone is buying any Christmas ornaments right now, but I do have magnets for sale. I have my little wagons, and I have my little dolls, prairie dolls. I also have photos on there, and of course there are books. So if you are interested, go check out my Etsy page, Wendy Lou Lee's Prairie Shop. So you can do that and find that there. And if not, I just hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.